próximo campeón.
Oye, estos son la gente que son, más nada.
Así mismo.
We said Dev's probably not getting a Tank fight, but then you got a dude who slowly but surely I'm starting to have a lot more respect for. You know what I'm saying?
Say his name.
Ryan Garcia, King Ryan. You know what I'm saying? I used to put him in the Jake Paul, Logan Paul box. I'll be honest with you. The pretty boy, the model, all the shit that that I was like, this is some goofy shit. But he's starting to campaign for these tough fights, man.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? And he tweeted, was it yesterday or today? I think I shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. I think I first saw on his show. I've been in touch with my team, and we have reached out to Devin Haney's camp to try to make this fight next. And then Dev confirms it, right? Dev says these are all facts. What do you think?
This how you know. He said, I've instructed my team.
Gangster. Good point. They work for me. Yes, they work for me.
So that's remember.
That was yeah.
His team didn't want him to take his team was okay with it, but there was issues with Duarte as an opponent, right? Even getting the Tank fight.
Yeah.
He had to stand for that.
Yeah.
I've instructed my team to do so.
That's gangster.
There's a big difference when that's calling the shots.
Facts. That's
versus
calling the
being
shots.
A shooter.
100%. I think a lot of these dudes, they always go, I'm a boss. Everyone's a boss. I'm a boss. Shout out to Dame Dash, because Dame, niggas wasn't saying that bullshit before Dame popped back out a couple, maybe 5 years ago. But everybody's saying they're a boss. If you a boss, make it happen.
Absolutely.
The promoter supposed to work for you, right? Make it happen. Now, you say you don't want to get too businessy, right? Here's where De La Hoya and them are a master at manipulating shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they could go, because you ask the Oscar, he every fight he goes, yeah. That's what Ryan wants. That's Ryan. We're gonna do our best to. It's all bullshit. Then they either gonna try to price themselves out, or kind of like the whole, how Eddie and them was moving AJ with the Wilder. There's always some shit to, to disqualify that fight. Do you think that De La Hoya and them are going to really try to make that fight? Or do you think that, they'll blow the negotiations up before they even get started and then try to move Ryan to maybe a softer touch? Because the original plan was him to go try to lift that strap off Rolly, and then maybe unify with a T.O. I think I heard T.O., right? Or maybe even a Devin. Because remember, after the last fight, Ryan said he taking boxing serious, and he kind of wants a couple more fights before he goes after Devin and them. You remember he said that?
But
so what changed? Is this real talk? And what do you think happens?
Exactly what we talked about. Whether it's Ryo, whether it's Pitbull, even though that's been shot down so far, right? Or potentially a rematch with Rolly. PBC, they're grasping for straws for Tank. They're trying to figure out a way somehow to convince us that his next opponent is going to be credible, since it's not going to be any of his contemporaries, right? So the reason why Ryan, I don't think Golden Boy is even in a position to play with him at this point, because PBC is going to be holding all their chips to try to give, Tank a credible fight. So if Ryan's insisting on a fight, the only issue is going to be the weight thing. Because again, I've just begged the question, Ryan, are you a welterweight? Or are you a junior welterweight? Or are you doing your Canelo thing where you're just going to fight everybody at 143 and make everybody, meet you in the middle somehow? Now, apparently Dev ain't going to have no problem with that. He made 140, and blew up to 165. I don't suppose he'd have an issue making 143 and then blowing up to whatever he blowing up. So I think that's why that fight works. I even think to the point to where, again, I'm just suggesting perhaps there's some mutual mindset between Ryan and Devin and Bill and Ryan's dad. Like, yo, fuck the promoters. It's father and son. We doing this for our kids, family type shit. We're going to make this happen. So there's a different camaraderie within the business. And I think Ryan's boldness, because even if you say, yo, who's Ryan going to fight? Well, Ryan seems to be ready to fight anybody, and when the chips are down and people say, well, no, let's make it happen, he's in. Golden Boy doesn't have an opportunity to really sabotage, because what are they going to do? They're going to say, we don't have a fight for him, but we're going to turn down an opportunity for him to make, 10, 15. I'm just throwing numbers out. I don't know, but 10, 15 million. Dad fuck around and make 15, 20. We're going to ruin, and then we make God, we're going to, we'd look crazy because they can't look blatantly sabotage. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that shit too blatant.
Yeah, they can't do the shit too blatantly. You know what frustrates me, man, and I guess it frustrates. I'm no different than anyone else. The business of boxing, man. Like, as us fans, you tap into all these great content creators during the week, and there's a shitload of them. A shout out to all of them. And they're talking about the gossip and the rumor. I'm so sick of that shit, man. I just want to see. Wake me up when the fucking fights go down. That's the type of time I'm on right now. Let's talk about if they actually get in the fucking ring, though. Let's say that fight does happen. It happens somewhere, out west. Obviously, they both from West Side and all that. Look, Lomachenko gave